Alright, in this video what I wanted to show you guys was reinvesting your money as quickly as possible. One thing you'll notice is your interest received payments are basically your profit that you have received on your initial investment. In this case I invested $250 as my initial account balance, and so I've made $15.74 on that initial investment, but my total payments have been just under $47. That's because you're getting your principal and your interest back in each of your payments. Now the thing about Lending Club is as soon as you start receiving those payments back, you want to start reinvesting your money. Now obviously I've waited a little bit of time here to reinvest. I mean, what you could really do is what I'm going to show you in this portion of the video is how to take the first $25 you get back and reinvest in a new note, and then if you have less than $25, I'll cover that in the next video, how to reinvest that money as quickly as possible. But I wanted to take a look at all the notes I currently have are issued and current, which is good. Nothing is delinquent or past due. And the other thing I wanted to look at was the portfolio. I tried to diversify, but I also went for some of the higher interest rate notes, in the C and D level. So what I want to do is go to browse notes here, and I'm going to try to find a note pretty quickly that looks pretty appealing that I can invest in. The number one thing I look at for the filters is someone that's approved, and the reason I do that is if I go down to, let's see, interest rate, and let's say I want to go for an E level interest rate, I can pull this up. Okay, that's going to be 21%. This person has a pretty good FICO, but if I come down here to the actual details of their note, they're still under review. And so where I've gotten burned in the past is I've invested, and I covered this in a previous video, when you do the automatic investment that Lending Club suggests, they will invest regardless of if the review status is approved or not. Well, that's great until the person is not approved, and that could be for a number of reasons. But what happens is your $25 investment in that note just goes away, and so you lose that time that you could have taken the investment or the money you were investing in that note, put it into another investment, and all of your notes are generating payments at relatively the same time. And I have roughly 3 weeks between pay periods between my notes, which isn't a huge deal, but just something to look out for. So this could take 2 days, it could take 10 working days for this person to be approved. So I really don't want to deal with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is look for someone that's approved, and the interest rate and the term I'm not really the only thing I'm really concerned about at this point is being approved. So I'll update the results. And then the nice thing about Lending Club is you can come up here and rate, or you can sort by whatever category you have up here. I'm going to look at rate, and I'm probably going to go for the highest interest rate that I can find. These are the 2, 11, and 13%. And it looks like this guy's going to do a 60-month term. Actually, both of them are, so they're going to actually pay additional interest on top of that. So this one I'm going to add to the order. I'm not really concerned with the purpose of the loan. If they're approved, that means that they have verified income. This guy's a homeowner. He works for a state prison. That looks, good enough to me. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with that. Add that to my order. Go through to view order, and then go ahead and go down here to continue and place the order for that one. And I'm going to just go ahead and place that in my original portfolio so everything stays in one spot. I haven't reached the point where I've had any notes that have been paid off, and what I'll probably do is create in a new folder at that point and move notes over to that portfolio. I've had questions about, when notes are paid off, they pretty much just stay in your portfolio. How do you get rid of them? That's pretty much the easiest way to do it. So if I go back to my summary here, you'll see my available cash has dropped down. I'm reinvested. I have 11 notes now, 1 in funding. This guy was fairly close. He's almost 90% there. So this should happen probably within the next couple of days in terms of that being funded and ready to go. And what I'm going to do in the next video is show you how I'm going to take the remainder of this $21 and reinvest it without buying a single note.